Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nerd Rant. I'm Dr. Zombie, also known as Seth, with my co-host
JJ, aka Junior Wolf.
JJ, I'm gonna say it again. I already told you, and I texted you the other day, I don't want to do today's episode.
Yeah. There's so much, guys.
So we are doing, finally, part 2 of what makes a game a GOAT, the greatest of all time, yada yada. We just talked a little bit. First of all, I need everyone to comment. JJ, do your homework, organize your notes, because we had to actually rewrite down our reasons because JJ's note was not in his notes.
Here. I'm gonna pull up right now Google's Keep Notes. I'm going to set myself a reminder.
Okay.
If I find, wait, where's the reminder button?
I don't know.
I don't use this. Text, sure, add reminder. When should I set it for?
What day are you off next? Well, you're off through the weekend, so I guess you work every day.
We're pre-recording next episode, right? So I should do it like
before
Tuesday.
then? Yeah.
So, okay. Bam. Pick a date and time. What date is Tuesday?
I don't know.
That's the 30th.
Anyway, yeah, so we do have it figured out. And here's the problem, though, and why I don't want to record this episode. It's not that I don't want to. I think this is a great concept. I'm really happy JJ actually enjoyed it last time because I knew this was going to at least be 2 episodes, maybe 3, depending on how our conversations go. But the reason why I don't want to do this episode, this week, we're not going to go in depth right now, but I have to mention it. Steam Machine price and no controller. We got GTA 6 pre-orders. There, JJ, the abandoned campsite in Minecraft, almost 9,000 versions.
Bruh.
Like, there is so much news. There was a summer event for Fortnite, kinda, but not really. OG started, and JJ, you know there's a new Call of Duty map, right, for zombies? It is currently the longest modern zombie hunt. It came out yesterday at noon, and it's still not been solved.
Bruh.
Like, the entire community is hunting for this, and it's not been solved. And JJ, the Wonder Weapon quest is not only phenomenal, it's a cat. And you shoot, like, magical beams, or you can shoot, like, a hairball type of thing, like charge attack, and it's insane. It's actually so overpowered. And then you also can use it as a melee, and it just claws at it, like scratches. It's really funny. And then you reload it by petting it.
That's fantastic.
And the crosshair is a little cat too. It's amazing. I streamed for 5 hours this morning trying to figure it out because it's actually really complex.
Wait,
and the map has so much to it.
Ready?
Yes.
Ready? Did you hear it?
Yes, I heard it. Fantastic.
Okay, fantastic. It's been so long, so I had to.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to do this. I want to do an update episode, but we're not doing an update episode. So the next update episode might be 7 hours.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
If we're waiting till week 2, that is another 2.5 weeks, and we have so much stuff to cover because we still haven't covered all the small stuff because the last stuff was just the thumbnail worthy content and all this. Anyway, Gaming Legend. Yeah. Let's get in the episode.
Okay. So, real quick, before we
Recap.
jump in, because I know you had said last time that you wanted part 2 to be like us picking our like legends and like our Nerd Rant top 10
that was the second
personals or
part
whatever.
of the idea. The first part was finishing it out. So if there is a part
Yes.
3, it's just going to be us deciding. Like, it depends on our conversation. As long as we finish it this episode, I'm happy. And then either at the end of the episode, we figure out the Nerd Rant top and then our personal top, right? Because I might like this game, but it doesn't meet your criteria. It can't be in my top 3 legends. Or that'll be next episode, and that'll be the final part of this little mini-series.
Yes. So I have a couple things that I wanted to bring up first. First of all, we should go back over
recap.
our points.
Yep.
Yes. So we had decided based on, we went off of the top 10 like highest selling games of all time.
Yes.
And based off of those, we kind of found the common denominators.
And we decided free-to-play would not be on this list, but if the Stop Killing games were to go through, and there was, like, you were able to use this afterwards, that might be in this conversation. But for now, free-to-play, like, its own thing, and it's a little bit harder to cement it in history, especially because they're newer. Like, yes, Fortnite's been around for 10 years, but some of these games have been out for literally 4 generations of consoles. So,
yeah. But our points were, first of all, further potential. So it has to have the potential for more than just the game itself. Examples were like how
role playing.
Yeah, like role playing
Minecraft or
in
GTA.
GTA, stuff like that. Like it has to have the potential for you to take the game and do more with it than the original intention that it had. That's like the big one. Social aspect was the second one we came up with. So you have to be able to play it or interact with it in a way with other people. It has to bring in community in more ways than just, oh, we all mutually like this game. The third one, personalization. So you have to be able to personalize some aspect of the game, whether that be your character or the story and its choices, stuff like that. You have to be able to make it you in some fashion.
And that can be your build, so you can do a more melee build or ranger build, or that can be straight up, I'm changing the color of my hair. And also, the way we decided on these is if it had majority rules of the top 10. So if 6 or more of these games had these criteria that matched it, we counted it. It had to be majority of the top 10.
Yeah. I think the only one that actually was like close to not having more than 6 was Further Potential, because there were a couple.
Yeah.
Or, no, was it Social Aspect? It was Social Aspect because of the multiplayer stuff. But the rest of them got like 7 or 8. You know, it was up there. Then the last one. This one we're kind of winging it because I lost my notes. I don't know exactly what we said because I didn't have time to listen to the whole episode. But I wrote down, does it like innovate? Does the game itself like do anything that's like, oh, other people have to experience this because this is like such a different idea?
So that was like Portal, or we have Super Mario Brothers, which is in the top 10, and that just changed gaming, right? It does something different. It revolutionizes it. Or like I said with Portal, you talked about that in the last episode. Like if you want to introduce someone, these are the games. Like these are games that people play, but they're not being resold because they're not something that you quite replay or buying it on every device.
Yeah. And then we had our homework, which I do think I just came up with my thing.
Cool. I
didn't do my homework, guys. So
to be fair,
I just had to think real quick.
I also listened to this episode like twice. We weren't originally planning on taking a month to do this. I was thinking maybe the following week, maybe 2 weeks out. It has now been almost a month. So I did listen to it like the day after we uploaded it.
I literally listened to the first half on the way home from my drive. I would have listened to the whole thing, but my phone was dead, so I had to wait for it to charge a little bit. But I listened to the first half, so that's something.
Okay. That did not have the homework in the first half, so that's why you didn't think of it.
Yeah. So do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So mine that I wrote down was continued support. So I know we didn't say like free to play games at all. So like things like Roblox and Fortnite and all those are like disqualified, but there are a lot of other like even single player games that get a lot of continued support over the years. One of the biggest ones, I guess, being now like The Witcher. Like it is getting a DLC over 10 years after the game came out. Like, that's crazy that they're releasing a DLC that much later, but that is a great sign of continued support, and that's something that's going to keep your community alive and help your game stay popular. You know, it's going to bring people even back in to replay it, stuff like that.
So I'm not questioning it, but let's go through the top 10 and make sure that, you know, matches. I think it's going to. First of all, Minecraft. Yeah, it has continued support. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'd say partially just due to the fact that it was literally ported to every console version. It might not necessarily be new content, but like the GTA Online is still a thing. There is bug fixes. I don't know if you saw, there was apparently some events or something in GTA 5, like increased money. So like they're still doing stuff, or you at least have the ports, and they're not just ports. They are like, you know, modernized, like better graphics, all that type of stuff for the PS4 and 5. So yes, Red Dead 2, I'm not sure. Not as
I would
much.
say no. Yeah, I haven't heard
no.
anything about them getting an actual update in a long time, so I don't think so for that one.
Wii Sports, no. It came out and that was it. But then we have Mario Kart 8/Deluxe. I think that alone, like the fact that there was a new one, like, you know, they updated it. There was more carts. Was there more characters that were introduced later on?
Yeah, they kept dropping characters. It was like Smash in that way where they kept doing stuff. So even though it's not still going, like it had a long while of support. Like pretty much the entire lifespan of the first Switch, it was getting updates. So
PUBG Battlegrounds. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, we're getting the season. It's kind of like Fortnite, but paid in a certain way. Terraria. Yes.
Yep.
Witcher 3. We just talked about this. Yep. Yes. Super Mario Bros. Not so much.
Nope.
But then
flat, yes.
So that is what 3 that don't. So that's 7 out of 10. Yes.
Yep.
Continued support is absolutely something that drives it to that GOAT status.
All right, so you're up.
So I actually have 2. The first one, platforms. I think multiple platforms is a really big deal. I think having it stuck, like there are certain games that are locked and exclusives that aren't so great, but then you have some of these games like Minecraft, you know, number 1, the reason why Minecraft is such a big deal is the fact that it's on everything. Like, it sells more because it's on multiple platforms or even just multiple generations. Like, it being on multiple things sells better. When we look at other games that are exclusive, they don't sell as well. They're not as talked about because it's only in that community. But when it's on multiple platforms, it's able to reach a wider audience and able to do more.
Here's my main qualm with that, though. I feel like that's kind of a given, and it's not as much a helper as much as like not having it is a hindrance. So like if your game only releases to one platform, cough cough GTA 6, it's probably going to okay, well, you know what I mean. Like, it's consoles. I'm grouping consoles together.
I would
not
even
necessarily.
I'm grouping consoles separately in this statement. So that's why, like, it being PlayStation exclusive or Xbox exclusive, it limits that. But when it's on both, or when it's on PC and mobile, like, it's able to reach a wider audience. Versus it being on specifically, like, mobile. Like, that's locking it out. When it's only a PC game on specific, like, Epic Games or something. Like, it locks it out of a lot of people. Well, maybe not Epic Games, but maybe more so something like Battle.net. Like, not a lot of people are playing Battle.net, so that game isn't able to grow as much as something that will be on Steam or on consoles as well.
Yeah. I don't know, though. It feels like
it does seem kind of like a given, but at the same time,
especially these days,
isn't that, like, also, like, social? Like, it kind of has to be, like, what games are really blowing up that isn't talked about, like, after, like, a month, it's not talked about, unless it's multiplayer.
The Witcher?
I mean,
Super Mario Bros. Like,
Super Mario Bros. The original, I wouldn't say so. I'd say, like, the game that I hear more about is, well, actually, no, like, Super Mario Bros. Has Luigi, so, like, that has that multiplayer outside of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's gonna meet a lot of these games here. Like, almost all of these are going to have that multi-platform. The only two that I wouldn't really say fit that are Wii Sports and Mario Kart, and I guess Mario Bros.
Super Mario Bros. It's literally just Nintendo.
Yeah. Because all of these, like Human Fall Flat, I think it's on console, but I know it's on PC. I know it's on mobile. Terraria is on everything. PUBG's on everything.
Minecraft's on everything. And then Grand Theft Auto is on everything, but it's also on multiple generations. Same with Red Dead.
How about we amend it to multi-generational? I like the concept, but I think most games release on all platforms as it is if you're not Nintendo anyway. So what if we go to multi-generational? So what if, like, GTA got its patch to a new generation, or
there
even,
is
like,
a PS3, 4, and 5 of Minecraft, right? Like, there is multiple generations of that. GTA 5 is on PlayStation 3, 4, and now 5.
Yeah, so what if we amend it to just multi-generational? So it has to, like, it came out on 360, but we have a, like, actual native version of it for Series X still, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So then Minecraft, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto, yes. Red Dead 2, is there one? Is there a Series S and X version?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the store now.
It is going to take too long for my PlayStation to turn on.
Red
I don't think there's a PS5 version of Red Dead.
RDR2.
Well, I'll keep going. Wii Sports, no. Mario Kart 8, I think, yeah, because it was on the Wii U and
there
the
is not
Switch.
a native version. It is
Of Red Dead?
Xbox One enhanced, not
Okay.
Series enhanced. So
So, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, Mario Kart, PUBG, I'd say yeah. Where is it? Terraria, yes. Witcher 5 or Witcher 3, yes, it's on multiple things. Like there was a PS5 Pro enhanced like version of it. Mario Bros, no. And then Human Fall Flat, I'd assume yes.
Yes. Yeah, because that's like almost 10 years old at this point, and it's
So that's
still
7.
coming out. So
Yeah.
that is 7.
So
So yes,
cool.
multi-generational.
And then my second one is, it kind of goes into the replayability that I talked about last time. I know we didn't really designate that because that's just like its own thing. It's always 50-50, especially with RPGs. But I feel like one game, and it kind of goes into Revolutionary or some of those type of iconic type of games, modding. It kind of goes in that social aspect. When these games are able to be moddable, it really drives it up. Once again, that conversation, it allows it to be played for years on end. We look at even stuff like Black Ops 3 Zombies. The reason why it's still one of the most sold games on Steam, like Call of Duty games on Steam, is because it has native mod support. So we have all of these custom zombie maps.
So it has to be like native modding, not like actual modding. Because technically you can mod any of these
technically you
games.
can do anything, yeah. But more so that native, right? Something like Curse Forge has an open branch to it. Or something like Terraria, it's literally part of Steam, right? Like you download Tmod Loader for free.
So it's got to be modding support.
Yes. So we look at stuff like Fallout 4, and that has a mod menu, right? Like stuff like that. Like, it's native. It's a part of it. It's thought about it.
Okay. All right, let's see. I like that one. So Minecraft, obviously, yes.
Grand Theft Auto
GTA
5, I'd say yes, on PC at least.
On PC. That's the catch, though, is like
yes, it might not be console,
most of these are gonna be
and
PC.
unfortunately not. This is, again, its overall thing. This doesn't necessarily mean everyone plays with mods, but what allows, and this also goes in that content side, right, is the fact that in a social aspect, we're able to make more content because we're able to get Spider-Man and Elsa role-playing cops and robbers or something stupid, right? But it's available.
Okay. So that's 2.
I would say that. Red Dead 2...
Wii Sports, no.
Does Red Dead 2? I don't think so, but I guess it'd be the same thing, maybe?
Yeah,
as like,
it would be the same concept of GTA.
As
like
GTA 5.
It's not as popular as a facet, absolutely, but I mean, you can technically.
Yeah. So I'd say that.
So,
Wii Sports,
3.
no. Mario Kart, no. PUBG,
no.
Probably not, no. Terraria, yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
That is a massive spot. Witcher 3. I'm
gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Like,
I was originally
can't-
thinking Witcher 3 as something like Skyrim, right, where you can mod it, but I don't think that's as important in Witcher 3 because it is. The problem with Skyrim is it hasn't been updated, but Witcher 3 has, so it doesn't need certain mods to perform as something like Skyrim, which is so old and outdated in both like graphical and just performance. Super Mario Bros. No. Then Human Fall Flat.
Human Fall Flat. I'd say yes, probably.
Probably.
Because you can add custom skins and maps and
Yeah.
stuff. So, I mean, that only gives us 5, though.
But we did majority rules, so it has to be 6. So I do think that is important, but I think that's just kind of combining with the replay value is it's important, but it's not necessarily something that has to be there. It definitely... It grows it, and in this, again, that content side, but it's not necessary to put in these top 10.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we got that going. We got our categories there. I did really quick before we move on to anything else. I wanted to bring up, we didn't talk at all last episode about playtime for games. We just talked about sales because there are some games I looked up just the most games by playtime. Obviously, there's a lot of live service games on here. You have Roblox, you have Fortnite, League of Legends, CSGO, stuff like that. But there are a couple like paid ones. Like you have GTA 5 still is on here. You have Skyrim on here.
Yep. Minecraft.
There's
probably.
Destiny 2. Rocket League is technically free to play now, but
well, so is
back in the day,
Destiny
it was
2
paid.
technically.
Elden Ring is on this list somehow still.
I mean, yeah. Well, I think even then I've seen a lot of mods with that too.
Uh-huh. But yeah, like I just wanted to bring up that idea because we talked so much about the sales but not about the playtime, and I do think especially in a conversation where replayability is a matter of importance, having people that are still playing the game to this day and people who dumped so many hours into it when it came out, things like The Witcher and I mean even things like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which has one of the biggest maps of all time, people being able to put that time into it if they are enjoying the game is an important thing to look at. I don't think it's enough to like make it a criteria. Like it doesn't have to have
I
that
think it
much
just
play
again
time, but
adds to that conversation. It's not its own thing, but we can add that to the overarching. This is important, but it's not crucial with the replay value, with the modding, with the content creation. Like that's not required, but it definitely escalates it. Because like you said, there's games like Portal 2 where once you finish it, you kind of finish it.
Yeah.
Right, certain puzzle games or something, or there are certain games where, like Mixtape, right? You play it one time, it's 3-4 hours, and that's it. It's a good story, might be some fun, like, little mini games that you do, but it's nothing super crucial. But then we have other games like you said, Skyrim. Yeah, but then you have games like Skyrim, where, yeah, people are literally going through and, like, completing it as every possible class in the game. Or even just Terraria, same thing. Like, I'm beating it as everything. You throw mods in there, and now I'm playing as a Thorium playthrough. I'm throwing as a Clicker playthrough in Calamity with a Calamity add-on. Like, it really adds that replay value, but that's not crucial.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up so that we at least mentioned it in the series in general. So, we do think about that.
I guess we can also quickly mention... I think it was your brother, Garrett, that mentioned Hollow Knight not in here. And I think we can talk about that for a minute, too. I don't think it's that surprising. I think Hollow Knight is one... I guess we can almost talk about this, too. Almost all these games are AAA, right? I think indie is a niche audience. It is very well received of this community, but when it comes to stuff like AAA, it's everyone. It's like E for everyone plays it. Obviously, I know GTA 5 isn't, but it's a AAA, it's Rockstar. Everyone loves Rockstar, right? So when we have these certain studios behind it, it allows it to be that multi-generational. It allows it to have replay value because they have more money to put into it to then also give it updates after time.
Yeah. It's not to say that those indie games aren't great. Like, this isn't necessarily like, oh, these are objectively the best games ever. It's like, these are the games that have performed the best in general. So let's figure out why that is. And Hollow Knight not being on here and like other indie games too. Like, I know there's a lot, especially in the past couple of years, indie games that have performed really well, but it's not to the scale of these games. And it's just because they are still indie games. They are not going to have the reach and capability to do as much as these big heavy hitters. Like the one that came the closest, I'd say, is probably Expedition 33. Yeah. Because of the fact that it almost like simulated what a AAA game does in a lot of ways. Like it had the mocap, it had the great graphics, it had the,
music, the
different
soundtrack
play styles,
was fantastic.
Music, it acted like it had a AAA budget when in reality they didn't. And so that's the reason it kind of came close and shot up there with the big guys. Hollow Knight is still a good game, and those stylized games are always like something to behold in and of themselves. But they're just not going to make it onto lists like this because of the fact that they don't have that backing.
Yeah, it's that backing. It's a little bit more niche as well. And Yeah, it's also, depending on the indie game, not necessarily Hollow Knight, but once again, it's not on all platforms. Like, they're not able to, they mostly sell it only on PC or Steam because that's where it's easiest. They're not going through the whole ordeal of putting it on PlayStation. All indie games, that is. So there might be a really big indie game that's not on PlayStation. And so that's the whole audience that it's not reaching. And so it doesn't mean it's bad. It might have great reviews, but again, it's just not reaching the numbers. Because right now, we're talking about strict numbers, like the most sold games. Like, that's the list, and that's kind of what we're going off of. Because I think that really does cement it. Because we talked about it last time, when it comes to these free-to-play or some of these other games like Portal, what makes a game so legendary is the fact that it's played over time. Like, it's constantly doing well. Like, I said last time, I opened up Opera GX and it said 007 did great. It did record numbers, like 1.5 million sales. Does that mean it's one of the greatest games of all time? Because it had record-breaking sales? No, because it needs to consistently sell that. And certain games, like indie games, it's popular for a month, it has great reviews, but that community slowly dies down. It's that small niche community that loves that game, and everyone else is on to the new indie game or going back to their replayed AAA titles. They're going back to their GTA servers. They're doing their 2-week Minecraft phase.
Well, that's a good encapsulation of a lot of this.
Yeah.
Do we want to move on to our own list then?
Sure. I should have thought about some games.
Yeah, we both probably should have.
I guess I'm turning on my PlayStation because I need to see some games.
So I think we should keep it to 5 because 10 would take forever.
Oh, no, I was thinking like 3 personally for each of us and then the Nerd Rant top 5.
Cool, that works for me.
Because, yeah, that would be its own, like, I would do 10 if we went to episode 3. But if we're keeping it in the next 30 minutes, like the rest of this episode, it's our own personal top 3.
All right. So it has to meet all of our criteria.
Yes.
So we're going to have to basically take a game, run it through all the criteria, see if it meets each of those individual things. And do we want to say if it meets at least 4, then we can...
I think it has to reach all 6.
All 6? Because, I mean, we even said not even all the games on this list meet all 6. So
okay, so what? We have 6.
Which is majority.
Majority, yeah. So we'll do 4.
So 4. Cool.
So question before we say this. Can it be in the top 10?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is our personals, and so this is up to us. So if we like something that's in the top 10,
I didn't know if we just wanted to break it off so that way we get more variety, but I mean, there's only one game of this top 10 that I'm putting in my top 3.
Obviously.
Well, it could be 2. Tetris.
Nah.
Okay, so are we I also figured we're not ranking it. It's not our number 1 and number 2. It's just 3 games that are like some of our favorite that are legends. Same with the Nerd Rant. Because that's a whole other conversation that I don't know if we have time to answer. Ranking So I'll just say one of mine then, Terraria. Terraria is one of my 3 easily. And realistically, I think that does meet all 6, right?
Yep, you got your social aspect with multiplayer. Further potential, absolutely. There's so much to do there. Personalization, you can customize practically everything. It absolutely innovates. Like, it's the best side scroller of all time, I'd argue. Definitely continued support, and it is multi-generational. So absolutely, it meets everything.
Cool.
One of the few titles that I think could pull that off.
Yeah, for real. The only other game that might be there was Minecraft, but again, Minecraft, it is the 2-week phase, whereas Terraria always come back. I love the modding. Like, I played with JJ and his brother and some of his friends the other day. That was great. I'm playing my own playthrough. We're going to be doing a mod playthrough. By the way, guys, our, specific episode next month, we are going to try to do Sandbox, so we might do some Hytale update. We're going to try to we finished Terraria. We finished Moonlord. We're finally going to come back to Terraria, so if you guys want to do that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we do that. Also, next week will be the proposition. We are doing, what is it? Phantom Menace and Weathering with You?
Yes.
Cool. So make sure to subscribe. What is one of your top 3, JJ?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody saw this coming, but my one would probably be Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
It is
Shocker.
to this day, like in my top 3 games of all time, just personally in general without this. But it absolutely meets a lot of these. Social aspect, not so much, because it is a single player game first and foremost. But you have further potential, absolutely. It's huge open world. There's so much to do in there. Personalization, absolutely. You customize a lot of things in that game. Does it innovate? This one could be argued. It is very, like, you could say cookie cutter RPG, but it was hugely innovative for the series because it came like in the midst of Assassin's Creed's like huge makeover. Mm-hmm. It changed a lot and did a lot new for the series, but it didn't necessarily do anything hugely new for gaming apart from the world itself and the graphics, I'd say. So that one's arguable. Continued to support, definitely. You had all the DLC that came out. And then I forget how many years after it is. I want to say like 8 or 9. They dropped like a final update that had like a full quest line with a whole new area. Kind of similar to what The Witcher is doing here, but on a slightly smaller scale.
Okay.
But absolutely, they have the continued support. And then it is indeed multi-generational because it came out on Xbox One and they are still releasing versions with it now. So that is at least 4, arguably 5.
Yeah. I was trying to think of another one, and I was going to say Warframe, but unfortunately that is a free-to-play game, so I can't say that.
Yes.
I haven't played a lot of Warframe, but realistically, like, just its potential and the enjoyment I did have in that day, it was great. Did you ever go back to Warframe? I think I saw you on it once or twice.
I played it, like, once more after that. It's hard to get into because of how big of a game it is.
It is a lot.
I sit down and I'm like, do I have time to play this
like
right now?
Where I hop on, and unfortunately, I have not been able to hop on after that first thing. But I still just the potential, the custom, and again, I think even though it's free to play, that reaches everything, right?
I think so.
Like, I think that would reach everything, but unfortunately, it is free to play, so we cannot do that one. See, the problem is, I mostly play, like, a lot of the time that I've played and put playtime in has been games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and Call of Duty. Call of Duty's not in top 3. That is not a legend. Certain games might be great. It's not an all-time. And Minecraft, problems, and then Fortnite is free to play.
Yeah. I'm scrolling through my library right now, trying to look at things just to, like, gauge, like, okay, what games did I really personally like, and what games would hold up underneath this list? Because there's a lot that I'm like, oh, I love that game, but immediately I'm like, it doesn't meet that, it doesn't meet that, it doesn't meet that.
Exactly.
So, like, I mean, I feel like it's proof that we're doing good here, because those games that don't meet those things are also games that most people probably would say, oh, yeah, that wasn't, like, a huge, like, gaming legend kind of game.
So I'll say, for me personally, let's go through God of War 2018 / Ragnarok, because it has the customization for sure.
Okay.
And then I'm just trying to think of the other one.
Social aspect, it does not meet that.
It does not have a social aspect. Yeah.
Further potential, I would say no. It is a narrative-focused game.
Yeah.
Personalization, yes.
Yes.
Does it innovate? I would say yes.
I would say yes.
While it is a very focused narrative game, it did a lot. I mean, for the same reason as Odyssey, it did a lot for that franchise in and of itself. Like, it changed a lot, rethought a lot.
It changed to a creative
But it innovated in terms of storytelling as well, I'd say. So, that is...
So that's 2.
Continued support. It came out on PS5.
Valhalla. It had PS5 port, and it had Valhalla. So it did have, like, extra DLC that goes on to it. I don't think it's had anything extra on top of that now, but, like, Ragnarok, it absolutely did. It had multiple generations, and I guess that was another one. Continued support and generational.
Multi-generational. So, I guess multi-generational could kind of fall in under the PC release. Like, even though technically we're still on PS5 generation, the PC release would
it was also on PS4.
That.
It was on PS4 /
It was on PS4. Okay.
Yeah,
right, cool. So, multi-generational. That's 3. Does it get continued support, though? Like, that's the big thing. because one update a little down the line, I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. Then I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Probably
I feel
not.
like it's close. It's
I was
one
thinking
away,
it probably
but
wouldn't, but I
needs
wanted
it.
to go through the list and like actually think about it. Because again, I really do play a lot of free-to-play games, or I play the same games. And those games, I have enjoyment, but it does not mean it's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm just trying to think of the paid games that have actually put some time in, and it's not reaching them. It's either single-player experiences, so it that automatically alone cuts out a bunch of them, or... Yeah.
I think maybe... So, I'm thinking maybe Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
It might be cheating on one of these categories, and that would be the first one, which is social aspect. It is a single-player game. It is not multiplayer, but it's Harry Potter. And, like, the big thing about Harry Potter is, like, oh, what house are you? Like, all of these different, like, personality things within, like, the Harry Potter universe. Like, there's a huge social aspect with that IP in general. So would this game technically take advantage of that and check this box, or does it have to be like this game's social aspect?
I think it has to be in-game. Like, whether that be multiplayer, sharing, like, role-playing, like, it gives you the opportunity. So if this was, like, a massive Harry Potter MMO, right? Like, everyone is playing in Hogwarts. That would be great. But if it's single-player, like, hard single-player, I would say probably not.
Okay, so no social aspect. Further potential, yes. There's a lot to do in that game. And it's open world. You could easily create content from it. There's just a lot there.
Yeah.
Personalization, yes. Lots of customizing. Does it innovate? I would say probably. Technologically, I would say it probably innovated. Because, I mean, what game is there that you have like this hugely detailed castle school that you can explore, and then you can go out to the land around it with no loading screens and just fly? Like, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, God of War doesn't have loading screens.
Do we have like a magic spell casting like single player other than this? Like, I'm trying to think, like a wand kind of combat game.
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Nothing comes to mind, not to this scale at least, so I'd say it innovates in that way too. So that's 3. Continued support, I don't think so. They didn't release any DLC. They've had like a couple
it was more
tiny
so
updates that added
performance
cosmetics,
patches
but
and some performance patches, but not when we say continued support, we're thinking like seasonals. We're adding extra DLC. Like, the game's done and then we get a mystery drop. Like, it's still coming out.
Yeah, so I'd say probably not for that one. But multi-generational, definitely. Because it came out on Xbox One, PS4, and then it came to Series X and PS5. It got PC release. I think it got a Switch release.
Or at least a Switch, too.
So, yeah, it is on pretty much everything. Is that 4 then? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 4. So... Hogwarts Legacy. Type that down. We gotta come up with your number 2.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Think harder.
Okay.
Almost every game that you come up with is going to check 1 box. 2 boxes, sure, you could find that pretty commonly. 3, then you're getting a little risky.
But
you're
I
like,
think that's why we have a good list here. Like, that's the
Mm-hmm.
point. Like, when it gets, and if it does reach 6, yeah, it's cemented. We go to something like Minecraft or Terraria, yeah. Those are games that we talk about constantly. And they're not going anywhere because it reaches all 6.
I mean, I technically have one. It's not a game I'm in love with, but I mean, it's something that fits really well.
Okay.
I don't know. Does it have to be one that I like? Oh, yes, this is a great game in my opinion.
I think for our top 3, the podcast, we might not have to like it, but it's there. And I don't want to do any of the top 10. Like, it's the podcast. These are our personal. But for our personal, it's like our favorite games that we might like. Like, you might like something like Scarlet Nexus, but if it doesn't reach this, it's not a legend. It's just our favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So these are games that we have as legends. Like, this is our personal legend. I was thinking, like, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay, you know what? Let's throw
so
it in the podcast. It's not our personal, but let's quickly go through. We'll throw in the podcast a while. Let's go through. Multiplayer,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Personalization, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Further potential. There's a lot. That
I mean,
can
there's
be
so
done
many
there.
different modes. You have your campaign,
Yep.
you have your play 6v6 multiplayer, but then you even have like the weird like defend the base type thing. Like, there's plenty there.
Yep. Does it innovate? Heck yeah. It
Oh,
was
absolutely.
like a crazy shooter for the time.
Multi-generational? Yeah. I mean, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 and 4.
Yep. And then continued support. I mean, it was live service. It's not anymore, but it was live service for a while, and so it got
plenty of
consistent
content
drops.
for a while, yeah. So, that's one of our 5 for the podcast.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't like Minecraft that much, but dungeons for my top 3.
Okay. Social aspect, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Further potential.
I don't think so as much.
Yeah, it's kind of locked into what it is. Personalization, yeah.
Absolutely.
Does it innovate? I don't know if it really innovates the dungeon crawler space. Like, it was the whole purpose of the game was to make a Minecraft dungeon crawler.
Diablo. Like, it doesn't do anything different. It does it Minecrafty.
Continued support, yeah. It got
for
quite a bit of
years.
DLC after. Multi-generational. It's on. Is it on Switch?
I am not sure.
Huh. If it's on Switch, I'd say yeah. If not, I don't think so, because it's on everything that it released on.
Yeah, I'm seeing Nintendo.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'd say multi-generational. So that's 4.
Cool. So I think what was the first one I had? Terraria, obviously. Terraria and Minecraft Dungeons specifically. I just don't like Minecraft that much. Like, I enjoy it, but I just like Terraria and every aspect that Minecraft has, but better. But as like a Diablo type game, Dungeons I absolutely love, and I'm very excited for Dungeons too.
There's a lot of silence. I might have to make some cuts here in the episode.
Yeah, this might be a slightly shorter episode. Like, because we're just kind of sitting here, we're looking, and we're thinking about the game. And there are certain games that I enjoy, but I don't want to put it there. Like, Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. I did enjoy that. I really didn't play it much after the first month. I think there was continued support, but I don't want to put it as, like, one of the best of all time. I enjoyed it, but if I didn't, like, really go back to it, is it really that good?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I have life stuff going on, and that's just kind of how it goes, but I think it kind of needs to stay there. It needs to stay in your rotation for a while, right? Like, you need to complete the game for it to be in at least your personal. If you didn't complete it, is it really that good to you?
Yeah. Ooh, okay. I think I have my 3rd.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Fable 3, probably.
Okay.
It's a game I grew up playing, so it's an older one, but I've gone back to it multiple times, which definitely means I enjoy it. It has the social aspect because it's got built-in multiplayer, a lot of different like social ways to interact with other players. Further potential, absolutely. It's like an open world RPG. There's quite a bit you can do, not just like the game itself. Personalization, yes, you customize yourself, customize your house. You can do a lot in there. Does it innovate? I would say the entire Fable series is innovation in and of itself, because no other game has yet taken on the challenge of let's build a life sim inside of an RPG. And this one just won up the last one like the prior one did, so I would say yes. Continued support. Technically, yes. It's not like a native version, like we don't have a remaster, but I can play it. It is backwards compatible on my Series X. And
wouldn't that be more multi-generational then?
I guess, yeah.
Then continued support.
Continued support, yeah. Sorry, I got the two mixed up. Continued support, it did get a good amount of DLC. It wasn't all story DLC. It was like cosmetics and like weapons and stuff like that.
Was there at least one or two that did add some missions, though?
Probably. I mean, I can't look now because the 360 store is down, but...
True.
But I imagine there was a couple quest ones.
We'll assume probably, yeah. We'll work that.
All right. So Fable 3. That's my 3.
Now for my third. And while I think of this third, how about you think of 4 more for the podcast?
So I know you said for the podcast that you didn't want to do any that's technically on the highest selling list, but can we put Terraria on there? Because I feel like
Terraria.
That's one that
we'll throw Terraria. Like, that's something that's mutual.
Yeah.
We play it all the time. Like, that is one of our favorites. I know it's one of my favorites of all time.
Absolutely.
We'll
it deserves to be on there. Just like it's Terraria. Come on.
Yeah.
If we're both to the point where we're considering buying the collector's edition, Seth, I think we could probably put it on there.
Real side note, tangent. We need to mention the collector edition. I wanted to mention it the other week and I forgot. Guys, there is a 15th anniversary Terraria collector's edition with a heart statue, with the hero statue, with a letter from Red, a vintage like cartridge with a code that gets you the bunny pet. What else was in there? And just a code of Terraria, which gives you the pet, but it's like, you know, collector edition. Is that it?
I think that was it. Yeah.
$90. I'm buying it if I get enough money. I'm absolutely getting it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm probably doing it too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was talking with your brother, and he's like, you guys are weird. You already own Terraria. It's like, yeah, I have Terraria on my PS3, my PS4, my PS5, my multiple Steam accounts. I bought it for Hannah. Like, I have it on mobile. I have bought it everywhere.
Yeah. That's one of those games that you are happy to keep giving the devs money because they made a good game, and it's not $70.
No. Or 80. Cough, cough. We'll mention that in a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay, for podcast, can we put Hytale on here?
I'm kind of fine with that, yeah.
Because it's got the social, it absolutely further potential, personalization, yes. Does it innovate? Yes. Continued support? I mean, they're 10-year plan.
Well, 12 years. Remember, we got paid for 2.
We're
really at 12 years right now for support.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's a lot. I would say Hytale.
And it's just one of those things where it's a newer game, so it hasn't had time to reach the sales. But I don't see it reaching top 10, right? Because that's something that I'm really surprised by, that there's not as many games that have reached 100 million or even 50 million copies sold.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely see that breaking the top 100, like, sold games easily in time, especially when it releases.
I'm like scrolling through the podcast to see if there's any like significant games for the podcast's life that we would want to throw on this list.
Yeah. The only
a lot of different
big
ones.
game I can think of that we talked about was Amanda.
That would definitely not make this list.
No, it wouldn't. I'm just trying to think of, like, we mentioned games, that the games that we actually, like, a full episode on, the only game I can think of is Amanda, and that would not make the list. Everything else we kind of say in passing, other than stuff like Fortnite. I'm really tempted to put Call of Duty on my list.
Which one?
But that's the problem. Like, realistically, I have had so much fun in Black Ops 7, right? And it has so much content. It has the support, obviously. It's a live service game. It has plenty of customization. Like, JJ, I've played it a good bit, but I've barely touched it, and I already have 70 plus universal camos that I can put on everything, plus the unique camos themselves, plus I have all the other prestige, I have other weekly challenges, and we have 2 more seasons. And then when I play it afterwards, I have plenty of content. I have the Master Prestige grind. I have zombies. I have Endgame, which is a whole RPG. By the way, in Endgame, they added Prestige, which gives me more slots for my, like, tracks. It gives me extra slots for my exotic and mythics, like, skills. Like, it has so much content, replayability, obviously multiplayer, obviously support, the customization. Like, Black Ops 7 would be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I want to put 7.
I mean, I feel like you should, probably.
Honestly?
I mean,
like,
if
I know people don't
one
like
of your favorites that you've had a lot of time with.
And I haven't put a lot of time in, but that's more so just life. I put a lot of time in Modern Warfare 2019. it was coming up on COVID. Like, I'm in high school, right? I think that's the problem where you have to kind of look at games, or we look at games like Hytale. I love it. I'm just an adult now. I don't have time to sink into a game. I'm sinking on my live service that are more polished. So I'm coming back to something like Terraria. This game is a game I'm going to come back to for years, though. Like, I want to get level 1000. I want to get as many camos as possible. Like, these events have been fun. These zombie map, like, we're 24 hours into the zombie map and we haven't completed it yet.
Yeah.
The only game that I think would go close would be Black Ops 6. I did put a lot more time into it. I really enjoyed. I was able to do the Easter egg solo. I got Dark Matter. Like, I made a lot more progress. But I think it's just more so my schedule just hasn't fit for Black Ops 7. But I think I would have played it more. Also, I need a third. So we'll put Black Ops 7.
Cool. So you have your 3, I have my 3. We have 3 for the podcast, which means we need 2 more.
What was the third for the podcast? It was Terraria.
Hytale and Garden Warfare.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Garden Warfare, Hytale, and Terraria. So we have 2 more.
I have one to throw out for the heck of it.
Go for it.
What about Among Us?
Huh.
I know that's kind of like a weird curveball, but think about it. It's got the social aspect.
Yeah.
Further potential, absolutely. They have all the new modes now, and
they have a whole show.
People role play. They have
a show.
Yep. Personalization. Yep. They have all the cosmetics for the beans. Does it innovate? I would say so. We haven't had a game that did this like this successfully.
No, and like also just the codes, like how easy it was to play multiplayer. Like you just send out the code and boom. Like we have IPs, but that has a whole other aspect. But on mobile, here's your code and boom, you join, you play.
Yep. Continued support. Yeah, they're still going since release.
Which I didn't realize.
Yep. Multi-generational. I mean,
I'd say no.
Yeah. It's technically like it's on consoles, it's on Switch, it's on everything, but it was kind of on everything already, so it's not like it's come to anything new.
It blew up and then it went on everything, but that's not like, again, when it's multi-generational, we're thinking PS4 and PS5. It transcended generational like boundaries, like when we are in current gen versus last gen, whereas that one, it was on mobile, it blew up, and then it's just kind of there. I wouldn't personally count that. Because again, it's one of those indie games. But that's still 5. No, it absolutely did get almost all of them.
Yeah.
So sure. Sure.
All right, one more. You got to contribute. Come up with something.
Well, I say Garden Warfare. I was the one that brought up Garden Warfare, but we were both thinking.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say this so we can look at it, because actually I'm curious. Scarlet Nexus. How much of it does it beat? Like, could it be on here?
Social
I know it does
no,
multiple.
It's a single player game.
So not that one.
Further potential. I guess you could. There's a lot of grinding you can do. You can buy out all the shops. There are collectibles, but it's not like an open world kind of thing.
No, I would say no to that one too.
All right, personalization, yes, definitely. Does it innovate? I would say probably.
Honestly, I would say yes on this one.
It's not innovative on the gameplay side, I would say. It's more so innovative on the way it tells its story, because
you could miss
half the game if you don't interact with a lot of the characters. Like, a lot of the game is let's go and have these like moments with each individual character, and those are what gives you context on characters and stuff like that, and that's just not something I've seen a game do before. Like, all of this optional like actual main story.
So I'd say yes.
So I'd say continued support.
Did it? I don't think so. I think it was kind of released.
No, it did for a year and a half, 2 years after release. It had content drops that had story and customization. So it wasn't a long time, but I would say it's enough to get continued support. And then multi-generational.
I have it on PS4 and 5.
Yes. So that's what?
4.
3, 4. That is 4.
Are we throwing it on here? I'm fine with putting it on here.
All right.
Like, I was thinking it, but I'm like, you know what? Actually, I do think it would reach a majority.
Yeah,
and it did.
I didn't think it would, but I guess.
No.
So is that
and
it?
You know what? I think that's also great. Like, not Skyrim. Skyrim's the next game on my PlayStation. Scarlet Nexus is one of your favorite games, so putting it on the podcast, it might not be your personal favorite, but the podcast, it's definitely important. We played it on my channel, so I've played a good time in it. Terraria, obviously, like we said, if we're buying the collector edition, we're gonna put it there. Garden Warfare, I really like shooters. You don't like shooters as much, but you still played Garden Warfare a good bit. Like, it's important to us. We like the franchise, and I think it did it in a very unique way, in a special way. Hytale, it's there. I don't think it's there, like, right now, like, today, but, like, we see the vision. The reason why we're putting it there, we see the vision. What it's already done and what it can do in 12 years of support, absolutely is going to meet every single one of these categories, plus more, and all the ones that we almost reached. What was the other game? Or is that 5?
For a podcast at 5?
Yeah, for the podcast 5.
Garden Warfare, Terraria, Hytale, Among Us, Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, and Among Us. Among Us is a troll.
Yeah.
It's our meme skin. It's our meme skin of our past. Like,
it's so true.
Like, that's our joke. But it does meet almost everything. The only thing I would say it wouldn't reach is multi-generational. But at the same time, if we're getting a new game and it has a show, like, it's gonna beat, maybe the next game will be multi-generational, and Among Us will be a franchise at this point. So, like, yeah, these are pretty important games. And then for our personal, what was your 3? Because they're coming up.
I had Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Hogwarts Legacy, and Fable 3.
And I had Black Ops 7, Minecraft Dungeons, and Terraria. Cool.
Well, this was a success, I think.
I think so. JJ, good luck on editing. This one you might have to put a little bit more time into.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Those.
I gotta cut out a lot of that
Unfortunately.
silence.
So I don't know how long. We're still gonna save the hour because, you know, processing it's easier for JJ. But I think this is where we're gonna end it. We have plenty of stuff coming. And guys, let us know your bottom or your top. JJ, should we do worst games of all time? I think we should do worst games of all time eventually.
Oh, dude.
We should talk about
flops.
Episode. That's a different episode. Let us know your top 3, and right after this, I'll post well, actually, no, because the episode doesn't go live tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will post our top 5 in the Discord, and I think that's an important thing to put in there. Like, here's our criteria, and here's our top 5.
Absolutely. And just a reminder, we will be using these criteria to look at future games. So, like,
the Game Awards this year, we are absolutely going to be talking about it. All of this.
Yeah. We will be, like, looking at all of the nominees for Game of the Year and being like, do they fit these? And we can see, I guess, this year if that metric kind of matches up with whatever wins. And then we can kind of use that to predict future years as well.
Yep. I'm Dr. Zomrin.
And I'm Junior Wolf.
And this has been pretty great.
Indeed.
Peace out.